Yeah. Hey. Yeah, this is my face for first off. This is what you guys wanted to see. I don't know why my Instagram is there. You can see what I look like. And yeah. So, what is going on, guys? This is the first face cam video. Even though I should say face reveal, but yeah, I have my Instagram on there and you guys can totally see my face. I don't know why, but alright. Let's get into this. Now, this video is typically about Overwatch settings and pretty much how to pretty much help yourself get better at Overwatch. So basically with Overwatch, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks and settings on the settings that I use and from playing this game way too much and understanding what you need to do. So if you want, you can copy my settings. It's totally up to you. Even though yes, my language is totally different, that is perfectly fine. You guys don't worry. It's literally the same thing. Don't worry about it. So copy these settings down. Other than that, the only thing that is different from this is probably the language. Other than that, but as you can see, we're just literally gonna go in depth. I'm gonna teach you guys the basics and the tips on like why all my settings are just like, wait, huh? What? That's confusing, bro. Like, what are you doing with your life? Yeah, I know, I know. Like, just bear with me, you guys. Number one tip is y'all need a pair of control freaks. You can have one of these, but a pair of control freaks is very helpful. All right, very very helpful. That's tip number one. Why? Because technically it moves your like this if you guys had one, it's very helpful. I'm pretty much just going telling you guys, showing you off the settings that are different technically, just for personal characters that I use. Lucio is pretty much the main one. We're gonna get into that end of the video. But powering a pair of control freaks, this pretty much moves your aim sensitivity twice as much more. And having an analog stick like this is much more comfortable than having the standard one. Now, other than that, let us get into these settings. Now, personally, I just changed it to 75/65 now for recent update for me playing this game again. The only thing that I don't know of what I would pick is the sensitivity as of right here where I'm at right now. Having it, like, you guys know when you're on, I have them on dual zone, by the way. If you guys know when you're aiming, when you're shooting and it follows someone, like let's say a tracer blinks by and you're aiming and it pretty much follows that tracer, okay, that's the sensitivity, that's how strong it is. I normally like to have it lower than it pretty much depends for certain characters. If it's McCree, I would lower the crap out of that because you're just going to be moving everywhere. Your aim smoothing is another thing. That's pretty much the other one I'm aiming on right now. Aim smoothing, technically, like let's say you have your sensitivity at wherever you want, but you're still moving a little too slow. Move the aim smoothing, excuse me, down a little bit, and technically you'd be perfectly fine. It'll still relevantly move, faster or slower, depending on where you have it. The new one that's up now, I pretty much have it at 3. It doesn't really make a big difference. I don't really care for it. I just technically have it at 3. Always have it on dual zone. If you're on linear ramp, good luck. I don't know how Genjis in top 500 or GM play on linear ramp. It's just, I used it. I'm just like, it looks like I'm whipping it, like, honestly. Yo, but for real, people who play on vibration, take that shit off. You're a nerd. A lot of people don't know, from when I started playing Black Ops 3, I changed my control layouts from the actual PlayStation system itself. I jump with R3, so I'm using my jetpack with R3 and I'm sliding with X. I jump with R3 in this game, as you can see right here. I'm scrolling down a little bit. You won't see it yet. Sorry, I totally just skipped. First off, here's another thing. Copy this little reticle site because it helps a lot. To all the people that, oh, mine's pink and mine's purple, blah blah blah, yeah, that's good for you, dude, but if you want to, if you clicked on this video, you're here to actually better yourself. Copy my settings. Lime green will probably be the best color because you can verify and see it. You have to be able to see your own site. I used to have it a little bit bigger than this. Pretty much there's 4 characters that I used to have it twice as big, and the bars are like hella long, and it's just like, why is my bars this long? And just like you'll see. I'm not going to show gameplay, okay? I'm not going to show gameplay. I'm just going over settings. Please do not have that show accuracy at all because you're a nerd. Again, just don't do that. You really just don't want to do that. Have it off. I used to have the setting, my crosshairs really big. You don't need them big at all. If you have them big at all, it defeats the purpose. Have them very small so your eyes stay on your reticle. There you go. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2. Here's my settings. I jump with R3. Why do I jump with R3? because I like to have my fingers always on the controller. So I like to still click and move, and I'm still able to shoot. And see how all my fingers are on the controller, and my fingers aren't always exactly. You always want your fingers on the controller. You don't want to be moving back and forth to other things, and like, oh yeah, I have to push this button and recall. No, don't. Just leave it like that. That's pretty much how it works. Other than that, I'm pretty much gonna go give you my other settings for other characters that you guys need to see. But Lucio, I have to give you guys my Lucio settings, because if you guys are in platinum and lower, copy my Lucio settings right now. Just pause the video. Copy these settings. Why do I tell you to copy these Lucio settings? Because Lucio, first off, in platinum and lower ranked games, nobody ever goes healer. Okay? That's very sad. I'm just saying. Nobody ever goes healer. And everybody thinks they're DPS and they can pretty much carry the game. Unless you're a Smurf in top 500. Yeah, you're fine. But if you're not and you don't know how to play this game, this is the tip. Copy these settings. Yes, these settings are very confusing. Very, very, very confusing. The Uprising DLC, when it first came out, these were my settings. I did not know dick, okay? I didn't know anything. I was so confused. Copy these settings and it will help you. Okay? Also, enable backwards while writing. You have to have that on. If you don't have it on, it's not, the whole settings are just going to be useless. It's just very, very, very useless. Why? Practice. I will literally teach you guys in the next video, if this video will get 25 likes. Alright? And then you guys comment who you want. That's what we'll do. But copy these Lucio settings and it will help you. I promise you, from where you're at and you play Lucio, you go healer and you support your team and start getting used to the buttons. Obviously play the game, play the Lucio settings at quick play. It took me probably 2 days. Yes, 2 days is a very long time, but 2 days is pretty much going to benefit yourself and help you in a general with your Lucio settings, or just being a very aware player, as in with Lucio. Here's the whole setup right here. I'm at 50/45. I changed it today, okay, because I need it a little bit faster. You can change them to how I had them before. I had them 45/30, 45/40. You can have it like that. That's technically how I had it before. But my aim smoothing was at 95. You guys can change that to 95 if you want. That is up to you guys. It's pretty much all up to you. Other than that, Lucio is a must that you guys really need to learn. Copy those Lucio settings down. Learn how to play Lucio. Comment in the section below right now what character you guys want me to do in the next video. Like I said, if this video shoots 25 likes, I will, whatever you guys comment in the next video, I will upload it. All right. So Spinny Boy, Bouncy, and Yee, first face cam. Just get out. Go test the settings. Peace.